All right. I think I got an idea for an intro for today. Okay, so kind of I was thinking like you sort of come in, maybe it's like a clapping kind of thing.
Okay.
And you come in, you're like daily solutions, something daily solutions.
Like every day.
Yeah, every day.
Like every day.
Yeah, and maybe that's like a weird like robot chorus or something like that.
I like it. What do you think, Jordan?
Yeah, guys, we've already done that one. That was number 00042.
Daily solutions from us to you every day.
Okay, I got one then.
Yeah, hit it.
What about one where it's like we're singing daily solutions, but it's like my tongue has gone rogue and it's got a mind of its own and it's kind of flipping all over my mouth, you know, like
a turkey, like
yeah. I think that would be good. What, Jordan? What do you think about that?
Well, we did that too. That was 00104.
Daily.
Daily. Shit.
Fine. Okay. What some kind of like operatic, like Latin opera type thing?
00214.
What about the Lion King? Daily solution.
Fine. Other movies. Space Odyssey.
Huh. Okay. I guess what about just like an intro where we talk about how we've made every intro we can think of?
Brilliant. All right.
Welcome everyone.
Hey, I think that might have actually been our longest intro that we've ever done. Referential intros will get like that.
My name is Ashkahn.
I am Graham.
And we got a big Q coming up.
Big Q coming your way. And that is, I haven't started construction yet.
Nice.
But I'm sitting here looking at my blueprints and wondering, would it make more sense to have the float room doors open into the hall instead of the rooms to increase usable space in the small float rooms? The old doors opening into the hall dilemma.
The old doors going outside instead of inside so you can get more accessible square footage space in the float room question.
Classic. Man, if I had a $100 bill for every time someone asked me that, be able to go out and eat some dinner tonight. That'd be really nice.
So, yes, it is annoying that your doors take up a bunch of swinging room in these tiny float spaces that you have.
But only when the door is actually opening or closing, right? Once you set it, then you get the square footage back.
Well, kind of.
And you can't hang a shelf on the wall there, or
your float tank can't be in the way.
Your float tank can't be.
I mean,
it shouldn't be in the way.
This is
anyway,
a problem.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, even in one of our rooms, like the door can't open all the way because there's a float tank there.
It'd be really nice if it could open a little further. I see where they're coming from.
I do too.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
In fact, I think I've thought this when we were doing our things. I'm like, let's just have these doors swing the friggin' other way. What are we doing? Just having them swing in.
So, in a world where it's complete anarchy and there are no regulations you need to follow, you could totally do this, and it might still cause issues. Like, what if someone's walking down the hallway and someone opens a door with gusto and they get slammed in the face with the door?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's the biggest problem here, right? I mean, there's other.
That is the biggest problem. Yeah.
Like people just walk down hallways, and
your staff oftentimes is walking pretty fast down hallways and trying to get these rooms clean as fast as they can.
I'm just picturing our hallway, which has 6 doors opening up into it in a matter of like 30 feet.
Yeah,
and that just sounds really dangerous. I mean, and intense. I mean, it'd be like some sort of video game, like some sort of old like 90s video game where you died all the time and you had to keep starting back.
Paperboy Extreme. Yeah. So that's the biggest problem, right? If someone is opening the door inward, it's really rare that someone's going to be walking into someone's float room while they're in there, and specifically right when they're about to be coming out anyway on the other side of the door.
Yeah.
So making the person where the door is going to be swinging in charge of the motion of the door just kind of eliminates the chance of accidents happening.
And, I mean, there's probably some, like, ADA laws and stuff like that. I mean, if you look around you in your life everywhere you go.
In your commercial bedroom.
But anywhere, right? Like, think about hotels, think about, just the bedrooms in your house. Like every door into a room swings into the room instead of out into the hallway.
In general, there are definitely some exceptions for that. I've seen restrooms where the door swings outward and things like that, especially in high traffic areas. And like there are definitely some times when that's not the case, but usually it's when the person on the inside is more likely to get hit by a door swinging, right? Or it just intuitively makes more sense that would happen. So
I think it makes more sense to, like, the more of an interior or like dead end sort of space that you're in, the more likely you're going to be answering the door for someone. Mm-hmm. Like, imagine having a door where someone knocked on it, and to let them in, you had to open it towards them. Right?
Yeah,
like,
it's awkward.
Yeah.
It's weird. So, I mean, and the other side of that is it is very likely to not actually pass code in your area. So
I'd be pretty surprised if this was legal, unless you had like.
And wide enough hallways might be one case.
Yeah.
We're not code experts, but like, maybe if people have such a big avenue to walk down the center of a really wide hallway that doors opening on either side just aren't likely to hit them in their main path, then it's okay. But in a float center, you're usually trying to make the most of your space. Doors will be directly opposite each other. So again, check your local code if you really, despite our deterrences, are still really eager beaver to get these doors opening in the hallway direction. But even if you're convinced for yourself, you might still not be able to do it.
Yeah.
So sorry. Shoot the message, not the messenger. That's what they say.
Yeah, and it probably does just make more sense to have your doors open. It just feels right. You know, you think about all those like Scooby-Doo montages, or like the Benny Hill show. You know, think how weird those would look with doors opening out.
They'd have to pause right before, which means the ghost chasing them would have to pause too, just out of politeness.
So, yeah.
But you did the right thing.
Work.
You did the right thing in that you thought you had a brilliant idea, and then you sent it to us to destroy, which I encourage everyone else out there to do too.
Yeah.
Cruise on down to floatanksolutions.com. If you're feeling like it, type in /podcast as well. That'll take you to the page where you can actually submit questions. And we'll be here same time tomorrow if you listen to us at the same time every day.
Every day, yeah. We just sleep in this little room that we're in right now.
We just sleep in your headphones.
Yeah, one of us in each ear.
We'll be here when you're ready for us again.
Snuggled up in there.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.